How y'all feeling? Yeah. Uh, uh, uh. Yeah. Yeah. Uh. Yeah. Y'all know what this means. Whenever you see me eating on the tables in the beginning, that means no dog talk. Fuck that. I'm gonna play that same beat. Hold on. Come on, y'all. Yeah. So today we talk about how people get you to want what they want. Yeah. Uh-huh. Let's get it popping. All right, Urban Therapy with Sun 752. Yeah, we coming through right now for you. It's Urban Therapy with Sun show Saturday afternoon. You know how it go. You know what it is. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show on this 21st of September. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is either the first day of fall or the last day of summer. Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Check it out. Is today the first day of fall?
According to NBC Chicago, the fall equinox will mark the start of the season on September 22nd.
Okay, so this is the last day of summer. It's over, y'all. It's over, baby. It's over, baby. Over, baby. Summer was a good time, had a good summer. Yeah, sometimes things messed up, it was a bummer, but we got it together. And no matter the weather, we always gotta make sure that we stick together. And if we don't, that means the man is losing. Winning, we gotta keep the world spinning, and everything is gonna be alright. That's why I come to y'all daytime, on the weekends, always at night. On the weekdays, I'm in a purple haze, but I'm not high. I'm just trying to and get by, and I know you're doing the same. That's why every time I see y'all in the chat, I say your name, and I know that the game is gonna have to get kicked, and I know that I'm gonna be the number one pick. We stick together and make sure the group is moving. The movement is moving. We do the shit kind of grooving. Everything is gonna be all right. I always say, and I'm only gonna say that shit until my dying day. Before I close my eyes for the very last time, I'ma beat on some tables and shake a couple of rhymes. And whether you like it or not, it's still hot. I think it is. Maybe y'all think so too. And I'm gonna do what the hell we came to do when we came through. All right. So. Grown woman, don't try me. Stacy White, what's going on? Stay white. What's going on? Thanks for coming on through. T. Carey, right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my people going directly into your site. Thanks for coming through, y'all. Appreciate it mucho. So today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the ways that people get you to want what they want. The ways that people get you to want what they want. When was the last time that somebody tried to convince you of something? You know, because when you talk about convincing somebody, of something, or convincing somebody to do something that they might not want to do, or that they hesitant to do, or that they are afraid to do, or whatever the case is, there's a little bit of pushback, and somebody is trying to get somebody to do something, or maybe they're trying to get you to do something, maybe you were trying to get somebody to do something. And there are a lot of ways that are very obvious. And then there's some ways that people get you to want what they want, not necessarily want what they want, but do what they want you to do by using certain tactics that may be mental tactics that you might not even be paying attention to if you're sleeping on it. So we know that one of the ways that people get people to do what they want them to do is by violence or threat of violence. That's an easy one. If you don't do it, you gonna lose your fingers. You'll never play the piano again. If you don't do it, we gonna threaten your family. You never gonna see your peoples again. I said, if you don't do it, then it's gonna be a problem. Gonna lay up in the hospital looking real sick. And you don't wanna do that shit, so you better do what I told you to do. And when I come through, you better tell me that it's finished. Because if you don't, then your life will be diminished. I'ma take you out just like a breath of air. And you never gonna be seen around here. Kinda like James Hoffa. James Hoffa. We got an offer. So violence or threat of violence is one of the easiest ways that people get you to see things their way. That ain't hard, right? That ain't hard. What up, Art of Mine 559? What's going on, my peoples? My peoples, my peoples. Thanks for coming through. And Access to Rome. Thanks for coming back through, my dude. Says, yo, what up, Unc, man? You know how we do. I'm over here feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So that's how we doing it. But we talking about the ways that people get you to want what they want. Now, see, it's easy. It might be easy for a person to get you to want what they want, or bend to their whims, or see it their way when you have something that they want. I'm sorry, when they have something that you want. So, the low-hanging fruit, no diddy. The low-hanging fruit, no diddy, is sex. When a woman has sexual pleasures that she can offer a man, or she knows that he's highly attracted to her, he wanna see he wanna scrape the walls, get up in the drawers, and maybe see what comes out of that shit. I've seen it all. So sexual manipulation, seduction, the promise of sexual favors, things like that. That's an easy one. We've all seen that one. You know how, like, when you see that happening to somebody, you just shake your head like, she got that boy nose open. She got him like a Kirby damn, what do you call it, a vacuum cleaner. Nose wide open, baby. You can't save him. I can't save him. You can't save him. Nobody can save him. Sex is one of those easy ways to manipulate a person. And that's whether the sex actually happens, or it was just like dangling the carrot in front of the mule to get the mule to walk. However it goes, but it works. And for some people, it works for years. Years she been making this dude think he's going to be in a relationship with her, or she going to give him something. Sometimes she got to give him a little something. Sometimes she might have to give him a little something. They keep it on a low. You know what I mean? If it ever comes out, she'll deny that she ever did it. Yeah, she let him feel titty a little bit. He felt a little titty. It felt good too. He felt a little titty. Yeah, he can't feel a little titty. Or she might have gave him a little something. She knew he was gonna bust off quick. It was, he bust off quick. Let bygones be bygones. She stepped off with the money. And while counting all her money, she said to herself, I'm Fresh. Yo, that's fresh. What up, Steven Glansberg? Says, can you shout out my friend? Like, I don't know. don't know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know. All right. Artemine says, I'm a simp for the wife about 40%, give or take. Okay, listen, man. I mean, that's your spouse. I mean, whether you fell for the okey doke or whatever, y'all completed the mission. I listen. One thing is for sure. I'm gonna stay out of family business. I'm talking about the things that happen on the streets, and the streets. I'm talking about these things that be happening on these streets. You know what I mean? Giga Chow Tours. Is that Chad Tours? How do you pronounce that shit? Hold on. Oh, Chatter Tours. Unc, do you watch? Do you, nigga? What's wrong with y'all? Either y'all coming in here talking that old LGBTQ shit, or y'all coming in here talking about Trump 2024. What's wrong with y'all internet? What's wrong with you, son? Oh, you got a new gun. Do you know how to use one? Like, I don't understand. I really don't. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Like, I'm imagining y'all being home, chilling, like, man, I'm bored. I'm at the crib. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go on YouTube. I'm gonna find me a YouTube live and talk about some gay shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that really gets my blood. That gets my blood flowing. You know what I'm saying? That gets the old ticker pumping. I don't know. It makes my defibrillator work right. The pacemaker starts going when I talk about some old freak boy, nasty boy, fruity boy type shit. Yeah, or if I talk some Trump shit, which is what I consider to be some fruity boy shit too. You know what I mean? I mean, listen, ain't nothing wrong with a man supporting another man's dreams, aspirations, or whatever, but y'all a little too fanatical about that shit. There's a good chance. That a lot of y'all Trump supporters that are a little fruity. There's a good chance. I mean, listen, I don't know. Something is a little fishy. Something is a little fishy. All right. So moving mad says, hella what's going on? What's up, moving mad? Thanks for coming through. Somebody named themselves P Diddy. Oh Lord. Yo, what we doing? And Quaddy Smooth says, what's up? Nah, never mind. Fuck you, I'm Quaddy. Fuck you. All right, Giga. Yo, I ain't even from America. I don't care. Don't matter. You know what I mean? What? But they don't have fruits outside of the United States? I know they do. I've been to Europe a few times. I know that they got some shit. Anyway, so back to what we was talking about. Anyway, like I said, sex is one of the easiest ways for a person to be manipulated. I mean, think about the amount of money that people have lost or given away because they thought they was going to get a little ass. They was going to get a little trim. They was going to get with her. They was going to get with him. Hold on. Pussy. Yeah. Fuck. But yeah. I mean, one thing about man, and I mean men, a little ass, a little titties, and he think he gonna get a little pudding. Every man is gonna break to some point. Some men may give a whole lot, some men may give only a little bit, but every man gonna give something. So I mean, even me, for years, I ain't paying for no pussy straight up, and I meant it, and I never had. But did I pay? I paid in other ways, even if I just paid in frustration, paid in anguish, paid in unity. I don't know, whatever ways I paid, cause nigga like me, I'm gonna have somebody. It is what it is. It is what it is. I get it from my daddy. He had to have it. I gotta have it too. It is what it is. All right. So, Giga says, Unc, how can a man control his lust? The same way that he controls how much he eats. Do you eat until you can't eat anymore, or do you eat until you're not hungry anymore? I mean, do you eat till you satisfied? I mean, everybody's satisfaction level is a little different. Like what I might be able to ingest or tolerate or deal with might be different than you. What up, Jacob 1991? But I do believe that self-control is important at every turn of a person's life, not just men, women too. Women have to learn how to control the impulses. A lot of women, go overboard with certain shit like shopping, spending money, like I mean, everybody has their thing. We was talking about this last night. Isaac says, how often is healthy for a man to engage in sexual activities per week? I've read that a man should have sex every single day. I've heard that a man should have sex every single day, and if he's unable to have sex, he should masturbate. That's what I've read. They said that that's healthy for a man because if a man has sex every day, then he greatly reduces his chances of developing prostate cancer. And so many men are afflicted with prostate cancer. Here's what they didn't say in what I wrote. I mean, what I read. They didn't say they didn't mention anything about monogamy. They didn't mention anything about healthy sexual behavior. They just said that you got to get the nut out. So, depending on the kind of person that you are, that's going to hit you different ways. So you might take that literally like, Men's Health, for example, and I think I did read it in Men's Health, real shit. Men's Health said that I should fuck every single day. So I'm about to line these hoes up. I'm fucking, Shonda and Rhonda is getting hit with the anaconda, and Tamika and Keisha, they gonna get with this teacher. So mitigating yourself, even if, honestly, if a man has sex every day, especially multiple times a day, the older he gets, he gonna be tired as shit. I mean, just real shit. You know what I mean? Because it takes a lot out of a man. When you're younger, you busting all pow, pow, pow. You get a little older, you start valuing the sperm count a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can find other things to do with your free time. But I do see the logic in a man having sex every day. And if you have a woman and that will engage with you every day, hopefully you've been smashing in a way that she's getting a whole lot out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like every time I smash, I get a sandwich at least. I get a sandwich, pat on the back. You know what I mean? I get the good. You know what I mean? I hit my joint this morning, man. I got the good word. I went to work really feel like I could do it today. I think I'm gonna go and get me a promotion today. My baby said I could do it, but you still have to exercise self-control. So you have to exercise self-control, and it's simple as that. Let me do the intro. I didn't do the intro. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. We do this every single Saturday from 1 p.m. till around 2:30-ish. And the reason that we say 2:30-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a Saturday. And it is Saturday. This is the show where adults come out and play with other adults. We laugh, we cry, we argue, fuss, and fight, go back and forth with each other, bust it up all crazy. We take an introspective look into our own personality to see the way that the universe projects us into this thing called the world and try to figure out this thing called life. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omad with the and if you can't say Omad with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Urban Therapy with Sun show. I'm feeling like a real man should. I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. Today on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, we are talking about the ways that people get you to want what they want. The ways people get you to want what they want. The ways ways that people get you to want what they want. You might not have wanted, but you can't got confronted. You got confronted by the people who wanted you to want what they want, they sell what they sell, buy what they selling. And you was like, that shit ain't gelling, and I ain't trying to hear that shit, but they kept coming and yelling. They said, you need to be where I need you to be and see the things out of my eyesight that I see, and you see it my way today. And if you don't do that shit, then we gonna have to play in a different kind of game. We ain't the same, but we gonna be on the same page, and we in a rage, or I might put you in a cage. Yo, I got the legal system against you, you see. So yo, you understand the words that are coming out of my dome? Yo, I'm going to take you home. I'm gonna bring the thing full circle. I'm not trying to convince you too much before I hurt you, but I'm trying to really keep it just funky. I'm not trying to be a Brewster, not trying to be funky. I'm just trying to make sure that you understand that I need you to do something for the God, my man. Yo, I'm gonna make sure that you come by, and I'm gonna make sure that you always buy the things that I'm selling to you and your peoples too. So remote that shit for real, legit. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Taco, what up, Taco? What's good? And my man Star Smart, what's good? What's goody? Man, good to see y'all here. Diego Garcia. Nah, never mind. I take Diego Garcia back. Yeah, babe. I take Diego Garcia back. All right, let me see. No problem, man, Chad. All right. Access to Rome says a sandwich and a drink at least. I mean, come on, man. You can't get a meal out of the deal, yo. How did you make her feel? Can't get a meal out of deal, yo. How did you make her feel? Couldn't get a meal out of deal. How did you make her feel? Did you peel off too fast when you was up in that ass? Come on, dude. Things that you do a lot, you should get better each time that you take the shot. So you've been having sex for 30 years and you ain't got better at that shit. That shit is bringing tears. But I hear motherfuckers talking about the shit. I only got 2 minutes in me. Yo, this shit ain't legit. I don't know. I don't understand. But it be like that for some men. But I ain't that kind of man. Shit crazy, son. That shit crazy, son. Real crazy, you know what I'm saying? Star Small says, so what you mean? Chronic masturbators don't get prostate cancer? Honestly, yeah, they say they don't. For some, it's really the use it or lose it type of thing. When your body, especially your reproductive system, and that goes for women too. It's not safe and it's not healthy for women. You know how some women be like, yo, you got to do a lot to get the cookie. The cookie ain't been ate in 2 years, 3 years, 4. That shit ain't a good look. They say that they're protecting their peace, but they're also damaging themselves in the process. They don't want to look at it that way because they don't want to believe it. You know how it is. You know how it is when you think that you found a formula for something. You don't want to listen to anything, leading to the contrary. But it's not healthy for a woman not to have sex. It's not. It's not. And it's not healthy for a man not to have sex. Women start to have all kinds of problems with the cookie. When the cookie ain't when the cookie ain't been served, when it ain't had no milk, when the cookies ain't had no milk with it in a long time, the cookie starts to crumble. The walls start tumbling down. And y'all don't have to believe me. Please look it up. Look. All right. Fuck it. Y'all want to look it up? I'm gonna look it up. Is it healthy for a woman not to have sex for years? Okay. So, okay. Let me see. Effects on a body. Let me see. Okay. When someone does not have sex for months or years, they are unlikely to notice any negative physical side effects on their health. However, research shows that having regular sex can result in certain health benefits, including. Okay, let me get. Oh, okay, including improved immune system function, reduced blood pressure, low stress levels, a reduced risk of cardiovascular events. People may get some physiological benefits of sex, such as reduced stress from masturbation. In males, in males, prostate health can benefit from frequent ejaculation, whether this is with another person or alone. A 2018 meta-analysis found ejaculating 2 or 4 times per week had associations with low risk of prostate cancer. For females, frequent sexual activity, again, either with a partner or solo, can strengthen their pelvic floor muscles that support the bladder. This can improve bladder function and reduce incontinence and leakage. Uh, so, okay, wait. Effects on mental health. A 2020 study of sexual behaviors during COVID-19 lockdown supported claims that having regular sex had associations with lower rates of depression and anxiety relating to sexual function. Other studies suggest that sexual activity may also boost mood and improve overall well-being. While this is true for some people, it is not the case for everyone. While when sexual abstinence is involuntary, some individuals may feel negative effects on their mental health. Conversely, people who do not feel sexual desire may find these feelings distressing. Not having sex when in a relationship can make a person feel insecure or anxious. However, talking about these emotions can help remove any sense of discomfort. For others, abstaining from sex is important for positive mental health. People may abstain from sex for many reasons. For example, because they have a low sex drive, or are asexual, simply choose not to engage in it. The potential benefits from abstaining from sex, depending on the individual and their situation, include having no risks of STDs, avoiding a source of anxiety, taking time to work through negative feelings about sex, living in a way that is consistent with one's religious beliefs. All right. Man, fuck that shit. All I heard was when a woman don't have sex a lot, then she can't hold a pee in. That's all I heard. I don't know what y'all was listening to, but all I heard was she can't stop peeing until she get a pee inside. In order for her to stop the pee from coming out, she got to put the pee in. Get her some pee. She needs 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 some pee. Yo, somebody insert the D. I said she needs some pee. You know how it be when you ain't had enough D in a while, you see. Couldn't stop the pee from coming out. Wearing depends at 27. What the fuck is out? That shit ain't really cool. It's cutting the fool. Yo, somebody gotta change the rules. Somebody give it a D with the thickness. Yo, take out the D and put the little dick in. I don't mean to be vulgar or nothing, but somebody got to do something about these chicks that's in front. I think they really think that they protecting their peas, but the pee is coming out, and I'm hearing it. The least that they should do is like masturbate the dude, but it says that the D gotta come in is what to do. Yo, you understand what we talking about, yo? It's about having mad shout out. I don't want to be influencing nobody to do nothing that they don't really want to do. But I'm bringing this PSI to do. No, PSA to you. My fault. Yo, I don't know everything. But a queen really needs every kind of king. She needs at least one king for herself so they can have some princesses and princes. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, man. I'm just saying, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just y'all said. Yeah, Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Yo, do me a favor, y'all. Please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. Share the show. Please share share the show. Please hit the like button, share the show. Yo, hit the like, share the show, and share the show. Yo, hit the like, share the show. I said subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Do me that one little solid. That's all you gotta do. Hit the like button. Just hit the like button. Forget everything else I said. Forget everything else I said. Quiet Jimmy says, baby boy type shit. I ain't even gonna try to join in the conversation because I don't know what y'all talking about. Man, I ain't gonna go through all these comments. But we gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving. Quiet Jimmy says, don't use it. If don't use it, you lose it, brothers. I totally agree. And I mean that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Get in the game. Ladies, there's no reason you should be wearing Depends. You only 35 years old. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. I understand that the last man broke your heart. I know. I mean, nothing worse than a broken heart. But I mean, we gotta keep it moving up. All right. So. Now, what we originally talking about is the way that people get you to do the things that they want you to do. Now, we was talking about how sex is one of the easiest ways to manipulate a person into doing what you want them to do. And it's funny that I bring up the word manipulation because manipulating a person, using your mental ability to put a person in a position where they don't feel like they can do anything other than what you wanted them to do. And people use manipulation all the time. Every parent of a child uses manipulation at some point. Every parent uses manipulation towards their children at some point. They do. I mean, it's par for the course. Well, if you do this, then you can get this. If you don't do this, all right, well, whew. Looks like somebody won't be playing their video games tonight. Looks like somebody won't be going to a party this weekend. Looks like somebody won't be having a cell phone for a while. Looks like somebody, man, so I got an internet bill today that I don't know if I'm going to pay if a certain person doesn't bring up their grades. You know, shit like that. What's going on? What's going on in my cup today? What are we doing? We spilling out. Not feeling it. Over here getting messy. Chill. All right. But yeah, manipulation. And many of you have probably been manipulated by a spouse before, by your man, by your woman. You know, when a person knows you very well, they know what you want. He said maybe it's too hot. No, I mean I can drink it. I'm not the type that'll burn my tongue on some shit. It's not too hot. And now it's not spilling. So maybe I just needed to twist it off, then twist it back on so it could get the right seal. Maybe that's it. As long as we good. But yeah, when a person gets to know you really well, they get to know what makes you tick. They learn what makes you go, what makes you stop. They learn what scares you, what motivates you, things like that. And sometimes you might be hooked up with a partner that takes unfair advantage of what they know about you versus what you wish that they didn't know as well. You know? So women who use sex as a weapon, as a form of manipulation. Somebody's in the doghouse. Guess who ain't getting none? Guess who ain't getting no bones? No doggy treats. Men do it too. You know, if they know that let's say they make a lot more money than their woman, or maybe maybe they are the sole provider in the home. So if he don't give her money, then she's not gonna have no money. So he might use that as he might weaponize that against her, to get her to do certain things. You know what I mean? And then I mean many men have used that form of manipulation for generations and I don't know, probably since the invention of money. My brother Ansel Jones is in the house. What's going on, my brother Ansel Jones? What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. I see my fam is all here. My fam is here. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. What are we talking about? All right. TK, right? I'm saying the problem is that you have on white. Substances hide in the shadows until a person has on white. Then they jump out. Interesting. Grown woman, don't try me, says that's why you always need your own. Well, have you ever known anybody that had their own and they still, for some reason, were subject to manipulation by others? Maybe they didn't feel like what they had on their own was good enough, or maybe they didn't want. Maybe they wanted to have their own, but only as a backup plan. They didn't want to be by themselves. They didn't want to really do for themselves. Everybody doesn't handle independence on the same level. Some people want to be really, really independent, and some people don't. Not everybody wants to be free. I've known some people who don't want to be free. Now, all that independent thinking, all that independent living, they don't want that shit. They'll do that as a consequence of not having anybody else, but they would rather not have anybody. They would rather not have anybody, So many people who have gotten married have looked at their marriage as the definition of their whole being. I'm sorry, I got distracted by a shadow on the side there. Many married couples have defined their whole life by their marriage status. So the thought of getting divorced or the threat of getting divorced or even a separation is totally unacceptable for them because it's not just about them. They feel like my kids are going to be affected by this. My neighbors, they're going to be looking at me funny. My coworkers, they're going to see, how some married couples have put on the show or the veneer of being, just that power couple. They just so happy. They just so satisfied with each other. And it don't always be that way. It don't always be that way. So the threat that I might leave you if you don't, I don't know, co-sign this car or this house, or if we don't move out of town, or, something. I mean, you think about the most petty thing, and then think about something that may not be petty, but it might be something that two people should have to agree on it. Like buying a new home or moving to a new place is something that two people should agree on at all times. It should never be a one-sided thing, but sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Let's say it was a situation where you wanted to stay in your birth city or whatever because maybe you had contacts there, your roots were there, maybe you even had parents that were still alive that you wanted to make sure that you could have access to. Maybe they have health problems that you want to make sure that you could tend to or be there for them in their time of need or in times of an emergency. And you're dealing with a spouse that's like, no, man, we moving down to Atlanta. Like, I want to move to Atlanta. There's opportunity in Atlanta. You don't move to Atlanta with me, then I'm moving to Atlanta by myself. Next thing you know, you packing up and moving to Atlanta. Spending, racking up mad frequent flyer miles going from Atlanta to wherever you live. Atlanta to Detroit, Atlanta to Milwaukee, Atlanta to Chicago, Atlanta to Philly, Atlanta to New York, Atlanta to LA, Atlanta to Texas, Atlanta. You know black people got to live in Atlanta. You know what I mean? You know black people, I mean, it's the Mecca, they say. I've never been to Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. I've been to Atlanta airport, but I've never walked the streets of Atlanta or Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta or Atlanta. I don't know. I'm wondering if I've compromised my blackness because of it. Access to Room says, I wish I had a good woman. Yo, you'll get one. But I'll tell you this, Access. Make sure you have a clear definition of what a good woman means to you. Because a lot of times we are defining good women in the terms of somebody else's eyes. Like we're letting other people tell us what's good and what's just okay. That ain't what's up. You determine for yourself. You make your own rules about what is good for you. So you should know what you like. You should know how you want to feel. You should also understand that you're probably not going to get that every single day, but you should demand a certain amount of consistency. Sometimes, I'm sorry, y'all. Now my allergies want to act like a dickhead. Some people don't understand that just because two people can't agree, it doesn't mean that they're not compatible. It doesn't mean that they're not compatible. You can just have a disagreement. But always remember this. You're going to learn more from people who are different from you. What are you going to learn from a person that's exactly the same as you? You're not going to learn as much as somebody who only knows what you know, who only does what you do. You're going to learn a whole lot about life, about love, and about yourself from people who challenge you sometimes, or who at least challenge you to think differently. Think out of the box. Stop thinking so linear. So be prepared for your good woman to be a little independent minded or think independently, while she still may agree with your basic principles and things like that. You know, shit like that. Yeah, it is what it is. But there are a lot of good women out here in this world. There really are. You know, let the internet tell you, no, it ain't. All they want is money. All they want is money. It's not true. There are a lot of good women. I ain't been with a bad woman. I've been with some bad women, but I ain't been with a bad woman. Ansel says, people learn the hard way how strong they are when they need something. Facts. Grown woman says, nah, independence for me is a must. So you saying independence stinks? You said it was musty. Independence for you is musty. All right. Josh Bruin. What up, Josh Bruin? Says, absolutely. It is almost never just money that prohibits one's freedom. There's more to it, no doubt. Grown woman says, okay, Ansel says, those who give up freedom for security deserve neither. Wow, okay. Grown woman says, facts, make sure it's what you want, not what the norm, not what's the norm for others. No doubt. We be wanting, we be wanting things that other people want because we think that's the thing to want. Like, you don't even know what you want for real. You ain't ready. You ain't ready, Josh says. Ansel, that's too blanketed. You don't know the reason the reason a person seeks security. Some grow up starving, some abused, some with disordered attachment. Interesting. A grown woman says, shut it, I knew you would say that. Ansel says, your circle of friends should have different lanes. I agree, but at the same time, birds of a feather flock together. But when we talk about the ways that people get you to want what they want, think about peer pressure. Think about peer pressure. When you were growing up, certain people, fashion trends that came out, gadgets, things like that came out, popularity. You see other people out there doing things, they making moves, they gaining popularity, they looking fresh and things like that. You're going to be influenced by those things. Not saying that you have to totally emulate it, copy it. Not saying that. But you're going to be influenced by it. The group mentality. Some people get into the group mentality to a fault, to whereas they have that cult mentality. And as bad as the word cult makes things seem in your mind, for the person that's in a cult, they feel secure because they don't feel like they have to look for anything else. That's the thing about cults that are so attractive to people who are in cults. I don't have to look for the answers anymore. They're right here. I don't have to look for companionship. It's right here. I don't have to think about the rules to how to make it. It's right here. I don't have to wonder, how am I going to be blessed? It's right here. And unfortunately, people get caught up in that. They get mad caught up in it, and it turns out disgusting. People get caught up in the cult mentality, the mob mentality, peer pressure. So look at gangsters. They're in a gang for a reason. They think that they feel like the gang is their family. So they don't have, and it's normally because of the failure of their biological family. They're not there for them. They have not provided something that makes them feel secure. Now, sure, many people have joined the gang because they didn't have any choice. Get down or lay down. You either ride with us or you get rode on by us. Well, it's something that we have to deal with. But yeah, being in a cult, being in a gang, those things are easy ways to get people to want what they want. Like, man, I swear to God, man, when I look at these MAGA cats, it's amazing to me that they can't see outside of the MAGA world. But from listening to some of the people who have escaped MAGA, they gave me a really good, clear window to why they are in the MAGA. They said, it's hard to leave MAGA because once you're in it, you meet so many amazing people who think like you think. And then they teach you how to think more like they think. And everybody around you thinks the same way. And it's easy. They encourage you not to listen to anybody outside of here. And many of them follow that. So you're not listening to any news outlets outside of Fox and outside of the MAGA world. You're not taking in any information outside of the MAGA world. Now, to people like me and some of you who aren't in the MAGA world, we like, that shit, it sounds ridiculous. They don't see that shit? No, they don't see it. No, they don't see it. For us, we don't understand how they don't see it because we like, a punch in the face is a punch in the face. Regardless of what the punch in the face was for, it's still a punch in the face. So how are you saying, no, it wasn't a punch in the face? It was just a defense mechanism, or it was just a stoppage, or it was just a wake-up call. Like, no, he punched him dead in the face. No, I mean, you could say that he punched him in the face, but that's not really how it happened. And that's literally what you're going up against. That's literally what you're going up against. So somebody like Donald Trump can do no wrong, and you sitting there wondering, how the fuck can y'all, how can't y'all see how much wrong he's doing? How is it that y'all can't see? Because they're stuck in that world. And they are comfortable. They have provided all the answers for them. You can't see it because you're not in that world. You can't see it because you're not in that world. They can only see it because they are in that world. So there's a disconnect. Now, whether we like it or not, whether we accept it or not, that has nothing to do with it. We're talking about the ways that people get you to want what they want. And being in a group that supports you, that tells you all of the good things about yourself because you're in that group, because you're loyal to it. Church is the same way. Religion is the same way. They provide the answers for you so you don't have to worry about no more questions. All you got to do is profess that Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, and you're going to heaven. So everything in your life is leading towards heaven. You don't even have to do nothing no more. You don't have to be nice to nobody. You don't have to give nothing. All you have to do is give to the church. That's it. Pay your tithes, and you are saved because you've been baptized, and you're a believer. You good. All religions do it. I picked out Christianity. They ain't the only one that does it. Muslims do it too. Hebrews, Jews, everybody does it. Every religious sect does it. They take away the stress of you having to guess what's going to happen next for you. They already have it laid out. All you got to do is this. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Once you have taken on the thought and the acceptance that this is right and that this is God, then you good. No matter what happens, don't listen to nobody else tell you shit. But meanwhile, break me off a little something. You know what I mean? Because these lights got to stay on. And, you know what I mean? And I'm not anti-religion. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to say what I see. I'm not anti-religion, but I can't get with the church. I can't get with it. I can't do it. Ansel Jones says, birds of a feather is true. I never had a favorite basketball team until I moved to Jersey during the 76ers process. Well, ain't that some shit? The process. Trust the process. I'm still trying to trust the process, motherfuckers. Josh Bruin says, in-group, out-group mentality are responsible for crazy things. The bystander effect is another crazy one. Deep. Star says, I knew a dude who joined a gang and got prison for 5 years because they got pulled over in the whip and he had a murder weapon underneath his seat. Shaking my head. It wasn't even his. That's the worst part. And he took that hit. No snitching. No snitching. He had to eat that. I wish I would eat 5 years of my life in prison for a crime that I didn't commit. I ain't saying that I'm a snitch, but I bet you goddamn well that I ain't taking the charge. What's that, Brilly? Brilly says they are eating our cats and dogs. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the dog. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. I'm like, when his supporters saw that shit, they were still like, and JD Vance admitted that they made this shit up. Like he said it. Like we ain't make it up. Like we know some people who said that it happened. And they verifiable. Well, who were they? Well, I'm just saying they verifiable. I ain't telling you, but they're verifiable. Well, all the other accounts say that it didn't happen and there are no verifiable accounts. Yeah, well, I know some people. I know some people who said that it happened and I believe them. Anyway, we putting stuff out there like this because y'all letting Kamala Harris run amok and say whatever she want to say. So we going to get y'all to listen to us. And this is what this dude is saying. This shit is crazy. Crazed out. Purple hazed out. They're eating this is the dude who was Trump was president and wants to be president. And he out there talking about they're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets. Like, what are you doing? Like, you still rock with him after that shit? Like, even if you say, well, you know what I mean? Because they go-to shit is, I don't like what he say, but I like his policies. I like his policies. I like his policies. I like his policies. Okay. Okay. Policies aside, I could never rock with somebody who is irresponsible to that degree. You calling them illegal immigrants and they're not illegal. You're saying that they're doing things that you know will create a mob mentality and create violence against a group of people and their supporters. No good. No good. Star says, yeah, he came back and joined up with the same gang, went back to prison. Shake my head. It's like there's no escape for people roped up into that life sometimes. Facts. Facts. Star says, that's why I'll never join a gang. I'm a liability. I'm not going to prison for no one. You getting snitched on, bruh, especially if you kill someone. I can't even hang out with you knowing that. Josh says the psychology of gang members stems from disordered familial relationships. Pat wait a minute. Oh, pair that with antisocial behaviors and you have family. Something that many young people are missing. That is so true. That is so true. Star says, that's facts, Josh. The sad part is he used to try to hang out with us and we wouldn't let him because he was too young and we were smoking weed. Eventually he ended up joining a gang that accepted him. Damn. Ansel says, I grew up in a military family. My freshman year in high school is Marines. I was told by everyone, join Air Force. 8 years was the best decision I made. Josh says, Star, that's so sad, man. Unfortunately, there's always a gang that you can that can use you, no matter the age. That's true. And he also says, I don't have personal experience with gangs, but I am a recovering addict who is now clean for over 5 years. Congratulations for that. I am working on my master's degree in psychology. Spent a lot of time studying myself. That's hot. Josh also says Trump is a crazy dude. Doesn't bother offering us policy ideas. Only talks gibberish and can never compose himself with grace. My vote, not my vote, not ever. Laura Dixon says, "Hey, big boy, what's going on, Laura?" But yeah, so I this whole Trump shit, I don't get it. I mean, it's interesting to say the least. I want to see how this part of history looks 10 years from now. Hopefully God blesses me with the opportunity to look back on this 10 years from now and be like, what the fuck? But what if he wins? I still want to see what it looks like 10 years from now. And I ain't going to front. I'm really starting to think that there's almost no way he can win this shit. I'm starting to think that there's no way he can win. For a while, I was thinking there's almost no way this dude can lose. With the kind of propaganda campaign that they were fostering and the loyalty of the MAGA movement. But we have to understand that the MAGA movement is not as big as we think it is. MAGA and the GOP is different. MAGA is a sect of the GOP. They don't believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in democracy. They don't believe in it. They don't believe in conservatism. It's different. They believe in what Donald Trump says and what he does. And yeah, it ain't really that many. Americans ain't as dumb as they've been seeming. The ones that are dumb. But they not as dumb as they seem. There are plenty of people watching this shit that are like, I ain't got to write it. I ain't got to say it on in a microphone. I ain't got to do shit. I'm gonna take care of this shit at the voting booth. Fuck out of here. He's not getting back up in there. And if you really think about it, that's what happened in the last election. You didn't hear no rah-rah. You didn't hear people caping for Joe Biden like that. They didn't. Nobody has ever come on this. Well, I ain't gonna say never, because maybe once or twice. But for the most part, people don't come on social media platforms talking about Biden. Biden is the best. Nobody bigs up Biden. Joe Biden is the Charlie Brown of politics. He's the Charlie Brown of presidents. Clinton was popular. Obama was popular. George W. Bush was popular. His father, Bush, was popular. Reagan was popular. Carter was popular. That Biden, it was like, Biden was the we'll take him because we don't have nothing else president. He did a hell of a job. Of course, they suppress the information about the job that he did, but nobody comes on and be like, yo, Joe Biden is the best. That's not what happens. That's not what happens. And it's tragic the way he went out. But the bottom line is, people are riding for Trump, but there are only a certain amount of people that are doing that shit. He's turned off a lot of people that were supporting him the first time. I don't see him getting 70 million votes again. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Kamala might. I was thinking, like, I thought she was a weak opponent. I never thought that she would rise to the level of popularity that she has. But that lets you know, that is so symbolic of how incredibly fed up people are with this Trump shit. They're like, we gonna lay this motherfucker down forever. Let's see if he'll come back in 2028 when he's 82 years old. Let's see then. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Quiet Jimmy says, politics is like going to the movies. Isn't real. I hear you. Josh says, I feel people might look back at it like they did Nixon. Hopefully, because we are all humans and people are subject to that in-group mentality. My family is splintered because of MAGA. Speaking of Nixon, I'm glad you brought up Nixon and the way they look back on Nixon. Nixon had the, you know how many times Nixon ran for president before he actually became president. And in that way, him and Joe Biden actually have a lot in common. Joe Biden ran for president 3 times. Nobody even remembers the first 2. Not nobody. You understand what I mean. Nixon was the same way. That goddamn Kennedy was in his way. He was in the way. Once he broke through and he did a few things, you know, like Nixon was really good on foreign policy. Sort of like they say Donald Trump is, but even though he's not really what they say he is. So, but, you know, it wasn't people didn't love Richard Nixon. They didn't love him. They thought he was aight, but they didn't love him. I don't know what would have happened if Lyndon B. Johnson would have stayed in the race. Remember, that's what opened the door for Nixon. Lyndon B. Johnson, he bailed out. He was like, nah, I'm good. Fuck y'all niggas, I'm out of here. Noel Dynasty, Healing and More says, much love and peace and tranquility, King. Same thing to you, King. Leon W. says, Trump about to pardon Diddy. Yo, I wasn't ready for that. I was not ready for that. Wow. Oh, shit. Josh says, Quai, the social phenomenon that has caused that it has caused is very real. Perhaps the politics isn't real, but what it is causing to families and community is. Facts. Ansel says, I never thought I would see a black president. Me either. None of us really did. Reaching history is easier now that you have the info in your phone. Where Josh says people don't want to talk about it, especially on the right. But Obama is one of the best, most balanced presidents we ever had. Yeah, I mean he was good. He had his flaws. Every man has his flaws. Nobody's gonna be a perfect president. I mean, there's no way you can fulfill the needs of every individual. But you have to look at the overall job. And he listen, he got elected twice. Maybe a lot of people would like to believe that he only got elected the first time because he was black. What, black men haven't ran for president before? You remember somebody named Al Sharpton? Anybody remember Jesse Jackson? Black woman ran for president too. You know, shout out, rest in peace to the late great Shirley Chisholm. Obama had what it took. But anyway, the ways that people get you to want what they want, and a group mentality, a family mentality, is a cult mentality is a really great way to make it happen. It's a great way to make it happen. There are plenty of other ways. Blackmail. Blackmail. If you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to tell on you. I said, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to tell on you. I said, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to have to tell the man on you. I said, if you don't do what I want you to do, then I'm going to have to tell the man on you. I said, I want you to understand that if you don't do what I tell you, I'm taking the stand. And I'm gonna sing like a bird, like a canary. Yeah, it's sort of like a fairy. I got the magic wand. So you better come on and do what I told you to do. You understand, boo? You gonna be through if I come through with this information that I got. And this is all about you. You see how the day's going down? Yeah, it's looking bad right now. And it can look just as worse for you if you don't do what I told you to. So I got these pictures and I got these text messages. I got what you said that you didn't suggest. I know that if I tell, you gonna be fucked up and down as well. Yeah. If you don't do what I told you to do, I'm gonna tell the man on you. I said, if you don't do what I told you to do, then I'm going to have to tell the man on you. Yo. Blackmail. Some of y'all might have been blackmailed by your girl. Blackmailed by your man. Oh, yeah? Okay. Well, I think the cops might, or your PO might be interested in the fact that you selling drugs again. You making money off the books. So maybe you might want to come through with some money for some diapers or some shit like that. Before, I don't know, before he just magically finds out that you've been standing on corners serving hand to hand. Shit like that. Shoot. Men have done that to their women too. Yeah, well, you out here getting food stamps and a medical card. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, you working under the table doing hair and shit. Yeah, well, I hope that DPA don't find out. DPA. Any of y'all old enough to remember the old heads calling it DPA? Department of Public Assistance. She on DPA. I seen it happen. Heard it happen. Manipulation. Okay. Star says, I remember when Bush was president, and every time he had a press conference, it gave me a good laugh. Remember, he was talking about 9/11 and then said, now watch this drive at the... Bush was a bad president. He was, they couldn't wait to get him up out of there. Team Alka says you should sign. You should sign the Bad Boys. It was Bad Boy, dummy, not Bad Boys. It's Bad Boy Entertainment. No Z, no S. All right. All right. Star says blackmail is crazy. That type of shit deserves a prison sentence. Yeah. How about this one? How about this one? Your side chick is threatening to tell your main girl or your wife on you if you don't come through with a couple of dollars and some dick. I need dick and I need dollars. Or these pictures I took of you when you bust off and fell asleep. I hope they don't find their way in your mailbox. Oh, you think you gonna quit me? Good luck with that. I think we're gonna be together for a long time. I do. I think we ought to learn how to get comfortable with each other. Tell you what, I'm gonna help you get comfortable. I'm going to archive my little information about you. I'm going to run you some nice bath water. I'm going to fry you some chicken. Yeah. Get comfortable, baby. Get comfortable. I got you. Your side chick is threatening to tell your main chick, or your side piece is threatening to tell your wife. And your dumb ass is going for it. Happens. Star Smurf says Bush went to Africa and was playing the bongo drums and dancing. Man, was a character. Everyone knows Dick Cheney was running the show. That's what a lot of people believe. Yeah. Unknown Wingman says some form of punishment for sure. It changes the entire dynamics of unity and simplistic living, and from there domino effect. Yep. Star says hell nah. She need the 2 Ds, and the court system definitely gonna back her up. Worst case scenario. Word. Unknown Wingman says changing the course over selfish gain and petty vibes. But a lot of people will allow themselves to be extorted that way, to be blackmailed that way. I mean, when you really look at it, look at this whole Diddy situation. I ain't really want to talk about that shit, and I ain't gonna spend a whole lot of time on it. But look at the Diddy situation. People been trying to tell on him for years. He just had more on them than they had on him. He had more pictures of them, more videos of them, and he kept them at bay. But somebody broke through. Diddy done made somebody mad. Now, don't get me wrong, because here's what I'm not going to do. You know, every time a black celebrity gets caught up with some fuck shit, everybody wants to say that it's only because they tried to. I saw a meme the other day talking about Diddy was trying to purchase some radio station. No, I'm sorry, some TV stations. I don't know. Call it CBS, ABC, some shit like that. So do y'all mad because he tried to buy the stations? Like he owned a record company that brought him a lot of money. Why wouldn't he try to own more in the media market, even though he ain't been making money off of records in how long? But anyway, so is that supposed to make us warm up to Diddy? Like, oh no, I support Diddy. I stand with Diddy. Diddy do it or not? Diddy do it or not? You know, now with all of these sexual allegations, we ain't even talking about whether he was involved in Tupac's death, Biggie's death. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. Fuck everything that Keefe D said and all of that. Fuck off. How many bottles of baby oil? And what's the other shit? He had a bunch of baby oil and what else did he have? What else did he have that was real suspect? Come on, man. I know y'all on it. What was it? It was baby oil. And like if Diddy was smarter, he would have had like some Pampers too. Star said, whatever he had, 1,000 bottles of baby oil is suspect enough. Facts. Facts. Baby oil. You should have bought like 500 packs of Pampers. Be like, what? Y'all know what we doing. We over here, we got a daycare. We teaching the babies how to potty. We teaching the babies how to potty. What was the other thing that he had an excessive amount of? I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure people have tried to manipulate Diddy, tried to extort Diddy, tried to blackmail Diddy. Wasn't working. Come on, man. But people outside of that are more worried about their reputation. So it might work for you. You a straight man, you a gay man living as a straight man, and you don't want none of your little gay trice coming back to bite you in the ass. No Diddy. No pun intended. You don't want none of your little gay adventures to come bite you in the ass. No pun intended. No Diddy. So somebody might have you on the hook for years. Well, look, in order for me to keep this secret, I'm going to need like $300 to $500 a month. And I've created this little account where you can just deposit it into there. It has happened, man. People have allowed themselves to be used for years. When somebody has you on the hook, they ain't going to get you for just a one-time payment. As long as you are secretive and insecure about the things that you've done, there's going to be somebody out there that's going to take unfair advantage of it. Happens. Star says $300 to $500 a month. Bro paying off a BMW indefinitely. And you know, out of these things, crazy shit can happen. You know, like when a person, when you've had enough of being extorted, you've had enough of being blackmailed. Now you thinking about a way that you can end all of this. Now the smart way to end it was to realize that somebody can only tell on you once. They can't double jeopardy. So if you're worried about your wife finding out, the smartest thing to do would be to tell her, "Babe, listen. I'm so ashamed of myself, but I have to tell you this because you're gonna find out in some kind of way, and I wanted to come from me. I fucked up. Go ahead and tell her." That'll take the sting out of somebody else telling her. The thing is, you're going to have to tell her the truth. You can't be, giving her the soft confession. Well, yeah, I spent some time with Shorty. We ain't really do nothing, but I was there. You gonna have to tell her about the meetings, the pregnancy, the abortion, the the money, the fact that you got your name on a whole lease in a place where you don't live. You got your name on a whole car note that for a car you don't drive. Empty the bucket. Empty the bucket. Because a person that has information on you, or a person that's trying to blackmail you, they only have one bullet in the gun. They got one in the chamber. One. They only have, it's Russian roulette. Once they shoot that bullet, if they miss or if it misfires, they don't have none. And you ain't gonna let them pistol whip you with a gun that don't have no bullet in it. You only let somebody pistol whip you if you think they got bullets in the gun. If that. Shout out to self-defense techniques. But you understand what I'm saying. But some men will allow themselves, no, I can't tell her. She gonna take all my money, she gonna divorce me, and the kids, I'm gonna be humiliated in the community. Nigga, you'll live. Who has lived through these things? Presidents have lived through these things. Pastors, rabbis, imams, they've all lived through these things. Politicians live through these things. Fathers live through these things. Mothers live through these things. Wives, husbands, spouses, children live through these things. But you so busy trying to protect your ego because your reputation is your ego. No, nobody can ever know. You gonna pay $500 to $1,000 a month if you got it like that. You paying out all this hush money? Come on, man. Come on. Help me out. Hit the like button, y'all. Help me out with that. Please hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe. Please just do me that one thing while we on the live. That's all. You ain't gotta do nothing now. You ain't gotta do nothing now. All right. Okay. Josh says humans have an obsession with controlling one another. Sadly, by the time you realize your lover is on that tip, it's a wrap. You already got facts. And so says it's scary how long people hold info. And so says it was a soft cheat. Yeah, don't tell your woman it was a soft cheat. When you know you was foul. Because the other woman, if she tell, she gonna tell it all. She gonna empty the bucket. She gonna empty everything out. Like you remember on your birthday? Remember on your birthday when he said he couldn't come? He had to work. Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Remember that time at Christmas time he said he had to go to work and he had to get on the line. I said, guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who? Remember the time he was late for your birthday? Should I say your child's birthday? Yeah, you hate. Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who? He went on a business trip for 1 week. Yeah, he was laying up with me because he's a freak. I said, guess who was fucking up? 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 You really thought that he was faithful to you, but he was more faithful to me. He always giving me the D. I said, guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who? You always thought that he had enough time to do the things that he wanted, but he's on time. Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess who was fucking up? Guess. Remember the time here when the money was short and out there, you almost really got caught. The mortgage was due, and so was the car payment too. And he wasn't giving it to you, cause guess who was fucking? Guess who was fucking? Guess who was fucking? Guess who? My heater's on and sure my lights, and I got to pay my rent night. And guess who's fucking? Guess who was fucking? Guess who? Guess who's fucking? Yeah, when your ring was missing. Yeah, and you was like, what the heck? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Robert Andres. Unknown Wingman says, we all mess up now, though. I mean, we do. We do. But your secrets are your sickness. The things that you try to keep a secret, those are the things that are going to come out and bite you in the ass. Those are the things that are going to come and wreck your whole world. And it ain't that deep. It really ain't. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. You know what I mean? Look how many celebrities. And I only use celebrities as an example because we can see that. They're visible examples of how you think that something is really going to take you down and it doesn't. You think, look at Magic Johnson. You think Magic Johnson really wanted to come out and tell everybody that he had HIV? That was in the HIV/AIDS heyday. That was when you only had 5 years to live. That's when you got diagnosed with HIV and it was a wrap for you. Remember, we didn't know nobody who lived through HIV before Magic Johnson. Did you? I didn't. Everybody I knew who got AIDS before Magic Johnson died. Even people I knew who had it after him died. He got the living with AIDS thing popping. It sure wasn't Rock Hudson. Sure wasn't Liberace. Sure wasn't Arthur Ashe. Sure wasn't Freddie Mercury. Sure wasn't the cat Bobby DeBarge from Switch. Sure wasn't. Come on, y'all, help me out. Who else? Everybody was dying from AIDS before Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson was the first person I know who lived with AIDS. That you think he really wanted to come out? You know he probably would have opted if he could to keep that shit on the low. Just retire on, you know what I mean? Retire on some old. Yeah, you know, I have some other things that I want to do in life, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? He could have done that, but he knows it would have come out in other ways. Somebody would have found out, and then it would have been even worse. So he went and did himself a solid and said, all right, listen, man, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Eazy-E. Eazy-E didn't make it. Keith Cowboy from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5. A lot of hip hoppers have died from AIDS, man. Okay. But yeah. But it didn't take him down. Because he was forthcoming with his own story. He got a chance to create his own narrative. And it didn't take him down. He's still here, alive and kicking. Way healthier than a whole lot of other healthy motherfuckers, right? Same thing with Whitney Houston. You know, she tried hard. She tried hard to hide her addiction. But did anybody stop liking Houston? Did anybody stop loving Whitney Houston after they found out that she had a drug problem? They still supported her. You couldn't hate Whitney. Whitney made you sing the fucking Star Spangled Banner. You wasn't singing that shit. She made you sing the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, okay. Yo, man, that shit she did with the Star. Come on, man, you know that Super Bowl appearance, you know what I'm saying? That shit brought tears to my eyes, that damn Whitney Star Spangled. That shit used to bring fucking. I hate the sound of that song. It sucked. But when Whitney sung that shit, it was like, God dang it. in the hall of the brave. She killed that shit. She made the national anthem go platinum, y'all. Who does that? No, you can argue that. You can argue that Marvin Gaye did it the best before her. He ain't make it go platinum. Whitney made the Star Spangled Banner go platinum. She sung it at the Super Bowl. Giants versus the Bills. Murdered it. So you ain't give a shit about it. Like everybody was pulling for Whitney. Like, yo, man, you know what I mean? Come on, get it back together, baby. You know what I mean? Make another album, Whitney. Make another. You gonna get your voice back, Whitney? It ain't killer. It ain't killer. You know? I'm sure that somebody probably threatened Whitney along the way to tell on her that she was on drugs. Probably Bobby. If you don't pay my child support, then I'm gonna tell everybody that you the one got me strung out on the coke. I'm gonna have to tell everybody that you got me strung out on the coke. It's my prerogative. It's my prerogative. Stay woke. Before I tell them that you are on the coke. I said, stay woke before I tell them that you are on the coke. Unknown, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Oh, grown woman says, nah, that was Clive who threatened her. He threatened her, all right. Yeah, when Whitney started asking about her publishing. When she started asking about her money. Where's my money? TK Ray says, I loved her even more. I wanted to embrace her. Good looking out, unknown wingman. Star says she made it go platinum. That reminds me of two of America's Most Wanted when Biggie was with Diddy, and Diddy was like, Plats by Baby Plays or Plays by Baby Plays. Biggie was like, baby. I don't know. A lot of celebrities have probably been blackmailed and went for it. They didn't want to lose it. They didn't want to lose the fame, because losing the fame leads to losing the fortune, and maybe the fortune wasn't even really cemented. All that money is electronic. You don't know what you have. You don't know what you have. I bet not ever blow, y'all. If I ever blow in this game, I'm gonna be like, no, don't deposit, no direct deposit. I need all my money in ones, like on some Ray Charles shit. They be like, hey, I'm like, yo, I need all my money in ones. What you talking about? You getting $100,000 a show? Yup. I need 100,000 ones. Let's go straight to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. Everybody talking about, let's go straight to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. You ain't gonna fuck up my dough. I'm gonna have that shit where you can count it. Oh, damn. Grown woman says, yeah, and he was her supplier. Ugh. Star Small says, you got to watch that video, that music video that was a Tupac song. Stacey says, you really got to know who you are, without a doubt. Grown woman says, Aretha only got paid in cash. That's what she wanted. Look, you can always know what you got if you get paid cash. This electronic shit, that shit ain't working for me. I mean, y'all, y'all can do what y'all do. But give me cash money. The more money I make, the more I want to see it physically. You know what I mean? Have all these managers and agents and handlers and advisors having their hand in my money. Nope. Star says, oh, wait a minute. Grown woman says, and have her money at the end of her show too. Star says, they don't even sell physical records anymore. I don't know how they be making money off stream. I don't understand this streaming shit. I got nothing. I just don't know. What I do know is that there was a certain feeling you got when you went to the record store and got yourself an album or a tape. A record. There was a certain feeling you got. Yo, I got the new. Yo, I'm gonna take this show home. You wanna hear it? Come on, I got the new album. This streaming shit, it took all of the fun. It took all the excitement, the love out of the musical experience. Like, yeah, I heard the new LL album. Yeah, side. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Some people saying that it's 5 stars. I'm like, I don't think it's 5 stars. I think it's like 3 out of 5. And I'm a big fan. But he can do better than that. But I bet you the album would have been crushing if it was a physical album. At least a CD. Something. Star says, I remember when FYE was a thing. I used to love that store. Tower Records, HMV. Shit. Locally in Philly, Sound of Market Street, Sound of Germantown, Sam Goody, Funko Mart. Man, we used to have so many record stores. And the little underground record stores is where you could find underground music, shit that wasn't nationally played. You know what I mean? Local acts, they just, they doing the independent label thing. They pressed up 1,000 copies, 5,000 copies, and they selling them. The radio stations will play them. Maybe a little payola involved. Maybe. Little payola. And so Jones says, did anyone notice the Negro? It's not called the Negro National Anthem. It's the Black National Anthem. Yeah, and they are singing it more often. And man, there are some people on the right that's bitching about that shit. Star says, facts, used to pop those joints in the Sony Walkman. What? Man, whenever I went to go get a new cassette, I couldn't wait. To take the cellophane off of that shit, pop it out, and then, the insert. You know what I mean? I'm reading the credits. I'm like, yo, you got the words in the credits. Like, yo, we about... When the first side of the tape ended, and you didn't have the continuous playback on your cassette player, you had to take the tape out and turn it over. A side, B side, A side, B side. Like, yo, you knew which side had the better songs. It was an experience. We talking about track this, track that. What's a track? You mean a song? What is a track? I don't listen to tracks. I listen to songs. had to rewind or fast forward to get to the song you wanted. You might have had your favorite song might have been in the middle of the tape. I'm not going all the way through songs 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order to get to 5. I'm going right to 5. Oh shit! Josh says, I love Sam Goody. Sam Goody was all right. You know what I mean? We need record stores. There used to be a record store called Peaches. I think Peaches was like the first type of like Tower Records type of thing. It was like a real big national chain of a record store. Let me see. Let me see if the internet remembers it. Peaches Record Store. Peaches Records and Tapes. Peaches. Peaches was a big deal. Let me see what information they have about it. All right. Peaches Records and Tapes Incorporated was a Los Angeles-based national retail chain of record superstores, some as large as 15,000 square feet. The chain became a subsidiary of Ney Record Distributing Corporation. Tom Heyman and Thomas Michael Heyman, born 1941, founded Peaches in 1963 and went on to become president of Ney. At its peak, Peaches had 50 stores in 22 cities with over 2,000 employees. In June of 1981, Peaches filed a petition for bankruptcy under Chapter 11, citing $20 million in debt, equivalent to $168 million in 2023 for its 35 stores coast to coast, owed to Citibank and 6 different record distributors. Yeah, I remember Peaches. Oh, hold on. Let me see what y'all talking. Grown woman says Tower, Sam Goody, etc. They were there when I spent my Saturdays. Oh, they were where I spent my Saturdays, and of course the neighborhood record stores. Word. Life and Living says watching from Abu Dhabi. That's what's up. Thanks for coming through, Life and Living. And Josh Booms, okay. Yeah, Ansel says reading the book inside the CD. I'd be like, yeah. This tape is a masterpiece. Grown woman says Circuit City. Man, Circuit City was, you got the, they had the records and they had the records, tapes, and CDs for cheap. And you could buy some speakers. New system. Circuit City. You good. Go in and get a set of headphones and listen before you bought a CD too. Yup, sure did. Circuit City was it. That's why all of that shit is gone, because it was actually good. Anything that was real customer friendly, it just seems like it never lasted. Josh says, my 17-year-old is getting into old stuff. New Edition, Jermaine Stewart, Gloria Esteban. Makes me proud of her. Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of these young cats, though, a lot of these Generation Z, a lot of these, especially these millennials, they some young old heads. They be into the old soul shit, old soul classics, old classic rock. You know what I mean? Hip hop. They be deep into the hip hop, like, like they want. I guess because they can Google, they learning all kinds of shit about hip hoppers that we ain't know. Like, did you know that the Run DMC leather Adidas suit, the original one, wasn't actually leather? It was just a test. Like, they know shit like that. Shit like that, you know? And that's not true, by the way. It's not true. It was leather. Miss the bootleg CDs and movies. Whew. I don't miss them because they was bad quality around my way. It was bad quality. But yeah, you know, the ways that people get you to want what they want. Let's see, we did sex, violence, manipulation, extortion. Excuse me. What's the other one besides extortion? Blackmail. We can't end this conversation without talking about guilt. Guilt is a definite way that people get you to want what they want or do what they want you to do. Guilt. Well, I wouldn't be in this situation if it wasn't for you. Such and such would still be here if it wasn't for you. I left the life that I had. I was doing well before you. So you just gonna leave me here? You just go ahead living your best life. You just gonna go on and do whatever you want to do and just gonna leave me out here high and dry. That's what you gonna do? I hope you proud of yourself. I hope you real proud of yourself. The guilt trip. What up, Ralph Perry? Yeah, guilt. When somebody can guilt trip you and they know they can do it, shit is never going to be the same for you. Because guilt is a very strong form of manipulation. Guilt will have you paying homage in a situation way longer than you ever should have even thought about it. Guilt. You won't do this for me, I will do it for you. You can't just do me this one little thing. I did it for you. What is urban therapy? Vishal Jaya. What is urban therapy? Well, urban therapy, first of all, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a therapist in any kind of way. I don't have any training in psychology. Well, I shouldn't say that. I took classes. I took math classes. But I don't have any kind of certifications. I'm not a life coach. None of that shit. Urban therapy for us is just a channel and a movement where we talk about the things that are going on in our lives in a way that we probably wouldn't talk about it in any other way or on any other platform. So we have a way of sharing our experiences with each other, large or small, and basically we understand that talking about the things that are going on with us actually make us free instead of bonding us and chaining us down. So we strive to feel better and do better, or do better and feel better. That's what the urban therapy is about. It's urban therapy with Sun. My name is Sun. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Josh Bruin says, my oldest daughter is an R&B and soul girl. My youngest is a hippie, Grateful Dead and Fish. Grateful Dead Fish. What a contrast. I'm just glad they love music, no doubt. Their daddy is a veteran musician. That's what's up. No doubt, grown woman says topics that are relevant to us all. You can express your opinion. Word. So we talk about love. We talk about family. We talk about sex. We talk about race. We talk about politics. We talk about health, mental, physical, and emotional. We try to find a way to escape the monotony. I'm sorry, and we try to find a way to do better, community wise, and starting with ourselves. Starting with ourselves. That's what urban therapy is. We beat on tables, break out drums, play triangles. That's how we get down. Trump or Kamala. I mean, got me saying Kamala. That's fucked up. Trump or Kamala. Is it a cult? Oh, what? Is urban therapy? No, this is definitely not a cult. MAGA is a cult. MAGA is a cult as far as I'm concerned. And me not down with that. Me not down with that. We about to do these birthday shout outs, get on up out of here pretty soon. Pretty soon. We're about to get going, get in the wind, get on with the rest of our day and feel good about it. Grown woman says, nothing like a cult at all. We're not cultish. Yeah, because in a cult, you gonna give up some money. We don't ask you for no money around here. We don't ask you for no money. People donate every now and then. You know what I mean? My people come through. But yeah, this is all about knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Heavy on the understanding. Extremely heavy on the understanding. So we on every day. We do this show every single day. No days off, no holidays, no nothing. Well, okay, maybe a holiday here or there, but for the most part, we here every day. For the most part, we're here every day. But yeah, getting back to this whole guilt trip thing. When's the last time somebody guilt tripped you? When was the last time somebody made you feel like you had to do something for them because you was going to feel worse if you didn't do it? Now, the whole thing about guilt tripping is that it can have you doing something that's really, really bad or negative, just trying to pay somebody back or help somebody out or build a bridge with somebody. It's that guilt shit. It wouldn't be like this if it wasn't for you. Had you done this or that, or had you not done this, that, and the third, I wouldn't need you. I wouldn't need anything. And now you don't want to help me out. I can't believe that. Yeah. Yeah. Guilt trip. It's the last time somebody guilt tripped you. It's not a hard thing to do. It's not hard at all. Grown woman says, last week, my grandson. Please, grandma, please. I mean, I was good. You said if I got all A's, I would. You said that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Guilt really works if you actually like the person who is guilt tripping. It works a lot better if you actually like the person who is giving you the guilt trip. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious September 21st, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. We get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box. Lisa Forrest. Happy birthday to you. And Upriser General. Happy birthday to you also. And Michelle Rhodes. And Karen Thomas Broadnax. My girl Rochelle Addison, Scent Ryder, happy birthday, and Angel Whitley, Andre Scott, Sandria Willis, William Willis, Tasha Toomer, Mary Anaglano Burrell, and she's raising money for a national coalition for women with heart disease. Wow. And my people's Dion Taylor, last but not least, my man Dion Taylor. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious September 21st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. Turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the rock out. Rock on and do the damn rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go for yours, and remember, go hard, go hard, go for yours, and remember, like, yo, there are many ways that people will try to get you to see it their way. There are many ways that people will try to get you to want what they want, need what they need, value what they value, do what they want you to do. And you have to stay woke, stay diligent, stay vigilant. I'm sorry, vigilant. Oh my God, I can't do it. I can't do it today. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand, but I do know this. I do know this. You have to stay on your P's and Q's when it comes to the intentions or the motivations of other people who want you to do the things that they want you to do. Some people are trustworthy in the things that they want you to do, and they may use their powers of persuasion or manipulation even sometimes to get you to do some good things for yourself. Sometimes we are resistant to change of any kind, so anytime somebody brings upon or brings about the idea of us changing, sometimes we push back very hard against that. But we all have crosses to bear, and we gotta try to make it as much as possible. Make sure y'all hit the like button before you go. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow with another Urban Therapy with Sun show between 1 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. See how it goes. Y'all have a great day. Have a safe one also. And I'm a holla back. All right, so Blog Talk is still running, even though, like that's ridiculous. That is totally ridiculous. Peace, y'all. All right.